Very good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another edition of the world's favourite ham store, Martin Lynch & Sons, transmitting or recording from Staines, which is right next to Heathrow Airport if you look at the map. Hope you're keeping well and keeping busy. We certainly are, because I've got a major announcement to make. The 24th, which is today, well actually it's tomorrow, but we're opening the showroom. Hooray, I hear you say. After over 4 months of lockdown, we've decided we can't miss you anymore. And we're letting you all in, or at least we're letting 5 of you in at a time, because that's the maximum, I'm afraid, that we've worked out according to government guidelines that we can allow in the store at one time. So from the 24th of July, store is open. Please come on down, have a look. If you want to ring up and say, yes, I'm coming to see so-and-so, we'll make sure we've got a particular rig available for you to sit there and have a twiddle. Please bear in mind that only up to 5 max are allowed in the store. We've worked out the square footage and meterage and all this sort of stuff. So more information on the website, but we're very much looking forward to seeing you. Obviously mail order and phone calls and web orders are still fully operational, but the store doesn't resemble a packing and picking warehouse anymore. We've actually tidied it all up, reorganised it and put it in different locations because we're still very busy on mail order. So that's it. Store reopens today, which is the Friday that you're looking at this video, 24th of July. Okay, several things. Our used equipment is stacking up at the store, so after I finish this little presentation I'll be jumping in my motor car and wandering off down to the shop to go through some of the used. I've got 3 pieces of kit here that I'd like to show you. One of them is this. What's that, he says? It's not a suppository, although it probably could be used for one. I personally wouldn't. Anyway, it's a little stubby antenna by Nagoya. They've been making little antennas for years. Very small, a standard SMA mount, as you can probably see there, if that's in focus, I think it is. $9.95, so if you've got an antenna on your handheld that's a bit big and you want a small, low profile device, I mean this really is small, it's just over 1 inch long by the looks of it. I don't know what that is in millimetres, no idea. But it probably sells you here actually. Yes, it's 45 millimeters. I should know that really. It says it handles 10 watts. When if you've got a 10 watt handheld, good luck to you. $9.95 on stock or in stock and on the website. NA805. Just search NA-805 or NA805 to see on the web. £9.95, a bargain. Unfortunately, the carriage is $3.95, but there it is. Next one, good old Nissei again. Do like Nissei. We're doing a lot of business with them. I mentioned MFJ dummy loads last week. Of course, we do lots of manufacturers. How about this little beauty then? It's really boring in a bag, so I'll pop it out of the bag for you. This is a really nice piece of kit. Let's try and get that up round the right way. This is a DL250A. I think it's, yeah it is, it's 30 watts continuous, DC to 600 megs, nice PL259 connector on the end there, you can see. It actually handled 250 watts of intermittent PP power, which is very good. I mean, this really is heavy. It's a nicely built piece of kit. It says DC to 1 gig, but they guarantee the VSWR below 1 to 1, up to 600 megs, and then it will creep up to 1.1 to 1.6, up to a gig. Type M connector, which actually in our language means PL259. They're in stock, $59.95, and that's the Nissei DL250A dummy load on the website. Right, another Nissei product. I did mention this a while ago. The NS2230. We asked Nissei to manufacture this because we kept getting people asking about power poles. So they said, yeah, we can do that. So they based it on their very popular 2230. There it is. So they've got power poles on the front, which you can see power pole sockets. And if you spin it around to the back, you've got some nice big meaty binder post sockets there, standard. So if you don't want to use the power poles on the front, you can use the binding posts, 9 volts to 15 volts with a center indentation here, as you can see. So when that actually falls into center, that's 13.8 volts. A nice digital display, which is yellow with black digits, and up to 30 amps. So IC-7300s, FT-920As, FTDX5000s, TS-2000s, TS-590s, you name it, the Nissei NS-2230 will operate. You don't get any power poles, by the way, I don't think you do. So if you haven't got any power poles in your shack, please make sure that you order some power poles, and you'll see those on the website. You buy them in pairs or 10s or 20s. But these do make a very, very neat adapter and connector rather than great big spade terminals all over the place. So that's the NS-2230D, available from stock at $94.95. So just search NS-2230D and it will come up on the website. Right, that's it from the table, in the garden. So I'm now going to click my fingers in a second and you'll see me reappear in Staines in the Martin Lynch & Sons showroom. So see you in about 15-20 minutes takes me to get to work, so here goes, just like that. And here we are in Staines. Quite quiet the road today, still a lot of people not out in the streets, so take advantage of the lack of traffic, certainly nowhere near as bad as it usually is without semi-lockdown. At the shop, lovely bright sunny day, did say that this morning, it was quite nippy at 7:45, whatever it was when I was first recording this. So we're going to go inside, have a look at some used equipment, because I'm pleased to say, because we've opened the shop up, people have been coming along with click and collect. There's a van delivery driver about to deliver some more goodies for you. And we have been getting some more trade-ins, so follow me and we'll go and have a look and see what we've got in store. I never remember to turn those lights on, look at that, see? So it's the governor to turn those on. This is the counter you'll be presented with when you come in. Got hand sanitizer there. You will have to wear masks, remember, so please do bear that in mind. As from the 24th of July, which is, I think is today, it's a legal requirement to wear a mask to enter a retail premises. So if you haven't got any, we will have some that you can purchase if you can't find one lying around at home, but most people have got masks of some description now. Right, so let's have a look at some second-hand kit. It's nice to actually see the showroom back getting more assembled than it has been. This entire place was pick, wrap and ship, so we turned everything into mail order, as we've done in the last 3-4 months, and we're now finally getting the showroom back in order to welcome you back, because we have missed you lots. Right, so second-hand gear, let's have a look. AR-DV1s by AOR, needless to say, in Japan. It's a wideband scanning receiver, multi-mode with lots and lots of different methods of decoding. £1,200–1,300 these are retail. This one is in fantastic condition, as you can see. Box, book and packing. It's not very good at doing this, am I? But there you go. It's got the Martin Lynch & Sons label on the back, so that's improved the resale value massively, obviously. That's available just under £1,000. We've got a couple of those, I do believe. So if you want to look at the full spec, it really is quite unique. There's nothing else on the market that does what that does. Palstar tuners. We have an 82KD available, used at £499. That's in lovely condition, I have to say, as you can see. Kenwood TS-590. Now there's a brilliant piece of kit for £450. I mean, that's handheld money. That's HF to 6 meters. It's a predecessor to the 590. It's in good condition, bar if it was mine, I would probably rub that front panel down, you can see it's been marked. The customer's obviously had something sitting on top of it. But that's 100 watts HF and 6. Lovely big bright clear display. Again, I love yellow with black writing. It's very, very easy to read. Talking of which, we've got an ELECRAFT K3, not the K3S, but the K3 at £1,699. And if I look round here, oops, if it gets in focus, there you go. We've got voice recorder, 400 Hertz main filter, 500 Hertz CW, 500 Hertz CW sub receiver. That's can't say it's a non-original box. There you go. I think it'd probably be easier to just say no box, but that's available at £16.99. What we have got, for those of you that have been pestering me for TS-2000Es, they've stopped making them after nearly 20 years. We have one that's 2 months old. Customer bought it from another dealer, traded it into us because he went for a TS-920. And that's available at £12.99, and because we're a Kenwood, we are the Kenwood UK distributor for Kenwood products, we can actually, shall I do this? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, we can actually offer that with a full 2-year warranty, even though it's a couple of months old. So TS-2000E, if you want to grab literally one of the last ones, we have one at £12.99. Let me just do a nice close-up shot of that. Sitting next to it, FT-897D, the Yaesu rugged HF and 6 and 2 and 7T transceiver, all mode. Excellent condition, I can see, and it's also got a pan adapter mod as well. A few very slight marks there. Yeah, it's got the little pan adapter mod. Can I see that? Of course, a bit. That's not easy, is it? Look at that. It's a bit cack-handed, this. And that's £599. And another one next door for £499 in equally good condition. So two, they're basically FT-857Ds in a ruggedized box, and when they first came out you could use them with internal batteries or had bolt-on power supplies and everything else. So two FT-897Ds. The later TS-590, I mentioned the TS-570 before. The TS-590SG is the latest, so if you were to buy a new one, that's if we could get any stock. Unfortunately, the Kenwood factory had to close for 6 weeks due to COVID reasons. That was ages ago, but there's a massive hole in their production. So everywhere in the world, people are desperate for Kenwood, as indeed we are, and they're now back in operation again. So if you want a TS-590SG, there we have one, a mint one, £1,099. And that really is really nice neck, that one. So that's available from stock, second hand, minimum 3 months if not 6 months warranty on that. Another TS-2000E. This one isn't 5 minutes old like the one up there, but a relative bargain at £899. For those of you who don't know the TS-2000, HF to 70 SEMS, so 2670 with the whole of the HF bands, and you could get a 23 SEMS internal module for it, which give you 10 watts. They're no longer available because that whole model range is now finished. IC-718, Icom's small, compact, no frills HF transceiver. Yaesu had a matching or an opposing product called the FT-840. This is Icom's version. Nicely made. One thing I do like about the 718, you've got a front-facing speaker, and I've spoken about that before. Manufacturers insist on putting speakers on the top because they don't want to take anything away from the front panel real estate. This has got a speaker on the front. So available $429.95. Again, 3 months warranty and nice condition, very nice condition. Sitting next to it, the FT-857. Again, they've stopped making that now. The new one is the FT-891. Hasn't got 2 and 70 unfortunately, but the 891 is today's equivalent, but they left off 2 and 70 SEMS. The 857's got everything like the 897Ds that I showed earlier. That's in lovely nick. £549. And there you go. This is going to be very difficult doing that. So HF 6270, remote head, etc. There's no Yaesu FT-857 with that, so if you are thinking of remote controlling it, you'll need to buy the remote cable. Above the ELECRAFT KX3, complete with the matching 500 watt linear, which is the KPA 500, as you can see. All very neat and compact, and even the matching high power tuner, which is the KAT 500. All of it 3699, thousands off the retail price of that. If you look at that, there's a big savings. So for the ELECRAFT enthusiasts, and that came from a very, very good customer of mine. Hello Don, if you're watching. NRD 545, the masterpiece receiver from JRC. JRC is Japan Radio Company, and they actually manufacture commercial marine equipment now. They no longer manufacture amateur radio products, but when they did, we sold hundreds and hundreds of these. The NRD 545 is a DSP receiver long before anybody else had almost cottoned onto it. £1,199 with the original box and packing, and yes, it is a UK one, so probably supplied by us originally. NRD 545 DSP, before people even really knew what DSP was about. Some handhelds, want 4 meters in your hand. What better than the Wouxun KG-703, £49, so save yourself 20-30 quid on list. I tell you what, it looks like brand new as well. Why that's only 49 quid, I've got no idea. But there it is. Next to it, the Yaesu FT-3D. This is the latest 270 C4 FM, so digital, an FM handheld. Quite a saving on new again, £329 with box and everything. Icom scanner, the ICR6, still a current model with a little carry case, which is an optional extra. Need another hand here. There it is, little wideband receiver, nice and neat, original box and packing at £159, so that's a saving on new. And this certainly is a saving. The Bearcat UBCD3600 digital scanner, close call, RF capture and everything else at Uniden. I think they invented it because nobody really had close call before Bearcat came along. They've got their own slightly strange method of frequency input, but once you get used to it, they're very good. That's available at 379. It's well over £100 off list. Do you want a large meter for your shack? Do you want to look at the largest meter you've ever seen? What about the ginormous MFJ 869? It's a power VSWR bridge. I don't know why they made it so big. You could see it in someone else's shack, let alone your own. That's 2 kilowatts peak, which is quite nice. So 20 watts to 2,000 watts at £179. And that really is good. MFJ dip meters as well. Do you remember the old Trio Kenwood deep meters, the DM801? Well, guess what? MFJ took that design. They called it an MFJ 201. And there it is, that's the MFJ 201, grid dip oscillator GDO, ideal for tuning antennas and coils if you're making your own products. 1.5 to 250 megs, comes with a coil pack, absolutely like new, over £100 off list, 129 quid, that sounds good to me. FC-50, got an FT-891, I want to save yourself a few pounds on the matching tuner, well we've got one in stock. It's absolutely like new, still boxed. That's the SC50 at 175. There are other bits dotted around. I mean, we've got an FTDX5000D here in excellent condition. That came in yesterday. I do like FTDX5000, still a current model, built to order now, and they really are good old over-engineered by Yaesu. 2150, so that's over £1,000 off list. And sitting on top of it is an Icom IC-7600 at £1299. This is a predecessor before the 7610. Nice big wide screen display. It's in excellent condition, bar some marks on the back, which I noticed. We can paint it and touch it in if you like, but we're going to lob another £50, £75 to do that. You see those scratches there? It's right at the back, so you've got it sitting on a shelf like this, you won't even see it. If it was mine, actually where it would sit on my shack at home, I wouldn't even see it, so I wouldn't bother touching it up. But it really wouldn't be difficult to do that. So a used IC-7600 at £1,299. Right, Henry, you follow me over here, and I'll follow you. No, I won't. Right, we've got more kit. In fact, there's kit everywhere that hasn't made it to the front shelf yet, to the shelves where the products are. There's John scrubbing away with his mask on. Good old John. Cleaning all the, after the equipment is tested, it goes up to, from the workshop upstairs. It comes downstairs. John spends ages cleaning it, and he really does, pulls knobs off and scrubbing brushes and everything else. In fact, my father used to do that for me in my last shop in the last year of when he was on this earth, and he came in, he used to do a bit of packing or wrapping, and he used to clean the equipment up, and he did a really good job. And like John does, he pulls knobs off and God knows what else. It does take a while cleaning speaker grills out and microphones with 10 years of deposits in it, shall we say. Right, so this isn't even listed yet, but you'll see towards the end of the week, maybe by the time this video is up tomorrow, an SP-990 Kenwood with, of course, the TS-920. This is the flagship 200 watt transceiver by Kenwood. It is in fantastic condition. It's not very old either. We're offering 6 months parts and labour warranty with that. So that's a TS-990. I won't give you the price yet, but that will appear on the web with a the SP-990. We'll list them separately because not everybody wants a matching speaker. I see the Alinco DX-70 sitting on top. Alinco had some Icom engineers that leapt many years ago from Icom and bought out this piece of kit before Icom launched their IC-706, which must have peed off Icom somewhat. I'm not sure whether this is a TH. Is it a TH? You can tell by looking at the label on the back, and I don't think it is. Right, okay, so this is an original. Oh, it is, yes, a DX70 TH. So I'm not sure whether they're still made, but that's a great rig. The audio quality, receive audio quality is razor sharp, which I have to say the 706 Mark I wasn't when it first came out. It was very muffled. Other things, FT-920 from Yaesu. There it is. Oh, I thought I could hear a B. I had a B in my head. FT-920, 100 watts, 6 meters. This is in astonishing condition. So if you're looking for a full-size bass, you can see the size of it. Look, that's a big bass station. What else have we got? Oh, another TS-590. Is that an SG? Probably is. Again, that will appear on the website. TS-590S. It is an S, yes, it's not an SG. There is an IC, where is it? Oh, John's got it. Look, he's got an ICR-8600. Just show him the front panel, John. He hasn't cleaned this yet, but I tell you now, you won't even recognise it after John's been at it. The Icom ICR-8600 is a wideband receiver, all mode, been out for years, a nice size, and certain government bodies bought those by the dozen, absolute dozen, from Icom UK, and indeed us at the time. So, there it is. Lots of second-hand gear, loads more still upstairs that's being tested. Just like to say thank you for your support, as always, continued support through this lockdown. 24th, which is Friday, today, we're open. You're welcome to ring up and say, I'd like to come and see this, that and the other, and the guys will get equipment wired up ready for you to have a twiddle. Do bear in mind that we're only allowed a maximum. I'm going to kill that fly in a minute. Did you get that? Look, he's having a go at me. Only 5 people allowed in the showroom at any one time. If more turn up, then I'm thought, oh, what a good idea. It's not an advert for this, but please bear in mind there may be other people waiting outside to get in. So whilst I normally say to customers, come in, spend all day, have a cup of tea, when the sandwich van comes over, if we're busy, please think about that for other people that are queuing up to come in. I know you all come from a long way. It's not like we service all the locals. We do, but generally people do make a journey to come to our store. Right, that's it for now. Next week I've got a real special for you. Don't forget to tune in. You'll be quite amazed at, hopefully, at what I'll be showing you. And we're all looking forward to that, or I'm certainly looking forward to it. No, none of the others know yet, but it's going to be something slightly off the wall and a little bit interesting. Stay safe. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If there's anything else you'd like me to discuss in front of the camera, please do. So from me and the rest of the Martin Lynch & Sons team, all the best and see you next week. Bye bye.